What is going on, guys? I am the BA Tutor, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to switch careers to become a business analyst. So with that being said, if you are new to the channel, please do make sure to hit that big red subscribe button. I do make videos around all things BA and IT. And with that being said, today's topic, I do want to point out that a lot of people always ask me this question, and so I thought, obviously, I'm going to make a video on it. They always say, hey, is it too late for me to switch my career and become a BA? Do I have to go back to school? How do I get the experience? What exactly do I need to do? So what I'm going to do for you guys is lay out the steps on how you can potentially switch your career, no matter what it is that you're doing, and enter the world of the business analyst. So with that being said, obviously it is possible, and I'm going to show you guys the necessary steps you have to take. If you are interested in learning how to become a business analyst, go ahead and check out my courses as well. I've got a high-level course and I've got a detailed course as well. Links for those down below. With that being said, let's get into it. Okay, so the first step in switching your careers to become a business analyst is you have to step back and first of all understand what a BA is and what a BA does. For the purposes of this video, I'm not going to be going over that because I have a ton of free content on that on my channel. Please go ahead and check it out. Literally everything you need to know about how to become a BA on the channel, free video. So check that out. Once you understand what a business analyst is, what a business analyst does, what is required of a business analyst, then you can go ahead and move on to this step, which is basically going to be step one, leveraging your current career. Okay? Leveraging your current career. What do I mean by that? I am basically talking about the fact that whatever your career is, right? Whether you are a teacher, whether you, work as in retail, whatever it is, they are going to be skills that you have obtained from your career that you can go ahead and leverage for your career as a business analyst. So for example, if you are a teacher, right, and you want to make the switch over to becoming a business analyst, entering the world of IT, you most probably have good communication skills as a teacher. I don't think any good teacher would not be a good communicator. Well, good news. Communication, one of the biggest soft skills that you need as a business analyst. So that would be something you could leverage because you have that experience in your previous career and you can use that in the career as a business analyst. So this would be something, right, you would put on your resume, for example. So understand all of the skills that you have obtained from your current career, take those, see if they apply to the skill set of a business analyst. Again, you can go ahead and check out what the skill set of a business analyst is. I've got videos on that on my channel. Compare it and see what applies, right? Just cross out which ones that don't apply and keep the ones that do. And you should have a list, most likely, of a couple of skills, soft or hard skills, that you can go ahead and utilize to apply as a business analyst. So make sure that you do that, because when you are switching careers, you don't want to completely throw out your previous career and have nothing leveraged from that. There is going to be something there. Trust me, if you have not found it, you haven't looked hard enough. All right, let's move on to step number 2, which is going to be bridge the experience gap. All right. So this is a big one, right? What is stopping you from switching your career right now to become a business analyst? It's the fact that you don't have experience, right? You obviously are not in a position where you've got that experience to become a business analyst, or else you probably wouldn't be watching this video. You could literally just go ahead and apply if you had that experience. So how do you bridge that gap? Well, basically what it's going to take is a number of different things depending on where you are, what age you are, and what you're willing to do. Okay, so to get experience to become and apply for a business analyst position, you will have to decide what you are kind of willing to put up. So let's say, for instance, if you are older, you've got a bachelor's degree, right? At that point, do you make the decision to go back to school, because what you can do is you can leverage, for instance, a master's degree, right, for 2 years, a year, for instance, and use that master's degree, maybe do a master's in information systems, something related in that field, and use that master's as experience to go ahead and leverage to get and switch your job to IT in business analyst. So that could be a step. Otherwise, there are certifications, right? There are certifications you can take, BA certifications that you can go ahead and study for, take tests for, and those you can leverage as experience as well. You've also got internships, right? Internships are usually unpaid, right? And that's why they're great for getting experience, because you don't have to have that. You don't have to have previous experience, because they're usually unpaid. Again, depending on what you are willing to do. But there are avenues out there, and you can certainly do all of them, but know this, right? At the bare minimum, you are going to have a bachelor's degree. That is going to be a requirement. And so if you don't have that, I suggest you obtain that. Once you do have that, then you've got a couple of avenues here, right? You can go ahead and get a master's. You can go ahead and do some certifications. You can go ahead and take courses. You can go ahead and do internships. But you need to go ahead and leverage this as your experience. You don't have to be a BA to get a BA job. You just have to be able to leverage it. So for instance, in my path, I went ahead and did the master's course. I went ahead and got my master's after I got my bachelor's, which was in a different field, and I was able to leverage that as my experience to land my first BA gig. So you can do something similar. Again, just bridge the gap. All right, and finally, step number 3. Once you have done this, once you have leveraged your current skill set, once you've bridged the experience gap by one of these, now, finally, step number 3 is going to be apply to positions, right? Simple enough. But here's the key that I'm going to put here. It's a little bit of a tip that I like to give everybody, and say the following, right? And I'm not going to write that. I will literally tell you. Okay, so you start applying for positions, right? Most likely entry level, just because you won't have that necessary experience, but you can certainly make the jump. Whatever the case is, you apply to BA positions. And here's the thing. If your resume is good enough and you're able to get through to the interview stage, what you are going to want to say is, they already know that you don't have that experience as a prior BA, but they like your resume enough, that's why they're willing to talk to you as in an interview, so they're kind of already sold. What you have to make sure you tell them is, whatever you don't have in the experience, you are willing to learn. That is the golden rule. I always tell, students and people that want to succeed in interviews is, you never want to say, I don't know. You always want to make sure you say, I'm willing to learn, right? You're always willing to learn, whatever the case is. So whatever the role calls for as a business analyst, if they ask you, do you have experience with this, this, and this? And if you don't, you just say, that's certainly something that I'm willing to learn, so that they know that this is something that, even if it is something that is not part of your skill set, you are willing to put in the work, and that is going to be commendable, and that's going to put you ahead. So go ahead, make sure you apply, and trust me on this, you want to apply to multiple different positions. Please don't stop at 1, 2, or 3. You're going to have to make finding a job your actual job in order to make sure that you land the position of the business analyst that you want. But if you follow these steps, then you should put yourself in a position to be able to switch your career to the business analyst role and hopefully succeed and land yourself your first BA gig. So hopefully that helps you guys. If it does, please go ahead and subscribe, leave a like down below. Again, check out my courses as always. Thanks.